Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. As this week I'm going to be taking a look at a very well-known transforming robot that goes by many different names, and that is the Radio Shack Galaxy Man, also sometimes known as the Radio Shack Shackwave, Radio Shack Galactic Man, or Astro Magnum. So there's a lot of very interesting history that goes behind this toy, and number one, it's not what most people think. Most people look at this and they just see, oh, this is a cheap imitation of the original Transformers Shockwave toy. And that is not true at all. This toy was originally made in 1983 by a Korean toy company called Toyco, and this is actually their original mold. So this actually predates the release and the different modifications that were made by Hasbro when they came out with their Shockwave toy in 1985, and they actually bought the rights from Toyco and then brought it into the Transformers universe. So there's a lot of differences that you notice right off the bat. Number one, he has a gray color instead of the trademark purple. His fist and his little pulsar cannon there, they're clear instead of purple. Also the chest area is clear. The eye on the front is not a silver or gold color, instead it's red. The trigger style is very different from the Shockwave figure. And he also has stickers all over the robot, which Shockwave does not have aside from the main Decepticon sticker. So like I said, this was made in 1983. In 1985, Radio Shack also acquired the rights to the Toyco mold, and they published this in their 1985 Christmas catalog, which was when the Radio Shack Galaxy Man was released. Now the Toyco version of this is not called Galaxy Man. That's where a lot of people get confused as to what this toy actually is. The Toyco version is actually called Astro Magnum, and then the Radio Shack version had mainly two different names, which was Galaxy Man and Galactica Man. And then by Transformers fans over the years, it just kind of lovingly got the name of Shackwave, since a lot of people look at this as a cheap version of Shockwave. So that's where that comes from. There's no official name of Shackwave for the toy. Now this is really interesting, I think, because I think that the style is really neat and really different. So we'll take a look at some of the differences here. And also I think this one in particular is very interesting because I believe that this was actually a Radio Shack store display, and this would not have been one that you would have commonly purchased from a Radio Shack store, but this would have been like a test model that would have been on the sales floor, and I'll explain that in just a minute. So first let's check out what he does in his robot mode. Now the arms, they have a nice clicking function. They can move, up and down, and his cannon can rotate. He does have some considerable damage, but that's very common for a lot of these Shockwave toys or even the Radio Shack toys. A lot of times the legs, the little catch in there doesn't hold, so they don't stand quite as well as they used to. You see a lot of dry rot on the cable that connects to the light. Oddly enough, he is missing the ears, so that's a very strange thing to go missing. You also see a lot of times there's damage on the legs, because when people transform these, the legs get stuck on that bar in the middle, and they tend to push too hard, and the plastic gets worn and brittle and bent out of shape over the years. And he is also missing his battery cover in the back. So these are all very common things, aside from the ears. Those are very, very common things to go wrong with these toys. Even though I would still say overall, they're very durable. So let's put his little laser cannon here in position, and you have two settings on the back of his little backpack here. And the one on the side, it says Thorpe, and the other side it says, I believe, Magnoid. And now that's very interesting because even though this is branded as Radio Shack, say, Galaxy Man, I believe why this was a test model is because there seemed to be some continuity errors with this because the Astro Magnum toy should have like a little gray plastic arrow for the switch. But the Radio Shack has, the Galaxy Man just has this black switch. But also on the regular Galaxy Man, it would just say sound A and sound B, and it wouldn't have those other funny words like Thorpe, and Magnoid, like just outer space, weird terms to try to make the figure more interesting. And then also on the front here, which will be a little bit hard to see since they're clear. Let's see if we can get a good up-close look. You can see on the chest area here, it actually says Astro Magnum. And then on many other parts of the figure here, it'll say Astro Magnum 4 change, and it'll say like Vulcan base and everything like that, which are some of the 4 different transformations. Also on the side here, let's see if we can see that. It says 4 changeable. But the main giveaway that this is a Radio Shack test model is because of this sticker on the leg, which I've never seen on any model before. And it says Galactic Man instead of Galaxy Man. But yet it still has the Radio Shack logo. But so many other things are not what you see on a typical Galaxy Man. So I believe that this was some of the growing pains that Radio Shack was having. There's the Toyco logo there, 1985. And I believe that that was just some growing pains they were having as they were transitioning the Toyco mold into their Galaxy Man, product that they were selling and showing. And I just think a lot of the stickers and different things, they just kind of got confused, because when you see the Radio Shack ones, it doesn't say Astro Magnum, it'll say Galaxy Man right on the front there. And you'll see Radio Shack stickers where these 4 changeable stickers are. So I believe that this was probably just an early store test model, and that's why it says all the different things like you would expect to find on an Astro Magnum. Alright, so now we'll just go ahead and we'll position his laser cannon here. And we can see what he does in his robot mode. And this is the first sound effect that he has, which is set to the Thorpe position. We just go ahead and we'll pull the trigger here. So it lights up and does that. And then in the second position is the Magnoid sound effect. And so that's what he does in his robot mode. Alright, so now let's go ahead and we'll transform him into his first alternate mode, and that's his laser Vulcan pistol mode. And all you do is just turn the arms around like so. And they come together in the middle. The head moves down on a spring. And then they just close together like so with a little peg. And then the legs move in towards the center here. And then down. And there's also a little tab in the center. The feet fold backwards. And then the energy pack comes down. The legs retract up. And then the little targeting sight comes up in the back. And then you can also use the barrel for Shockwave, because I don't have his original barrel, so this one is purple. The Galaxy Man one would be clear. And that goes on like so. And so there he is in his laser Vulcan mode. Now we can see how that looks when we activate that. Very cool. And then he also has a second mode, which would be the Vulcan base mode. And we fold the legs out, and then we put the legs back over. And that is his Vulcan base mode. And then you can also do his fourth mode. Which is called the Gunboard Mode. And that's where you can put both of his laser pistols facing in different directions. And there you go. Get them transformed back together here. And anyway, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this interesting Transformers anomaly that's commonly regarded as a knockoff in the Transformers universe, and that is the Radio Shack toy company, Galaxy Man, Galactic Man, Astro Magnum, Radio Shack Shackwave toy. So hope you enjoyed taking a look at this with me today, and I will see you guys back here next time. Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time!